Take a guess as to how many calories the Java chip Frappuccino, if you get a venti, is at Starbucks. 630. So I'm gonna make a coffee at home, that way I don't have to spend that much money, and I also don't need to waste my calories on something that's essentially just supposed to be a low calorie caffeine. I'm not saying this is gonna be the best tasting coffee in the world, but it is mocha flavored, so it's kind of close. It's also an iced coffee, so I mean, we're like in the realm of possibility, right? Like, just use your imagination a little bit here. Also, if you like this food recipe or others, I'm a fitness coach, so if you want help trying to get in shape, let me know. All right, so first step's gonna be ice. Depending on how big of one I make, like 4 cubes roughly. If I'm at home and I wanna make more, then I'll use more ice, but it really just depends on how watered down you want it to get by the end and how fast you drink it. And then I'm just gonna pour cold brew in. There's no like specific brand or anything that you have to use. I just use the Starbucks because I like the flavor. I know that it's not as cheap as like getting regular coffee and then trying to just like put it over ice, but in all honesty, it's just more convenient, and I would rather spend a little bit more money on convenience for health-based things than spend more money on useless things. And then for the creamer that I just use fat-free Fairlife. It works pretty much like a creamer, but you get a little bit of protein and not that many calories, so that's what I like to go with. And then you get this really cool look to it when you just put some in, which is pretty sick. And then to make it a mocha, Hershey's syrup, I use the 0 sugar. This is gonna be 5 calories for 15 grams, which I usually use less than 15 grams anyways, but again, I'm just eyeballing all this stuff because I've done it so many times, but if you want to like do the exact measurements for everything, you can, that's fine. And then that's what we're looking like. Make sure you mix it up because otherwise you're gonna get that Hershey syrup on the bottom and you're just only gonna get a big sip of that, and that's not gonna taste great. But yeah, this is what I do for my coffee almost every single morning. I've had this for years now at this point, in all honesty, and it's really helpful in terms of trying to fend off being hungry, but also not having to spend a bunch of money going to get a coffee at a restaurant or, a drive-through place or whatever every single day.